defense.
Yo, my queen impression goes crazy.
Queen Elizabeth, isn't it?
Elizabeth, in it.
And speaking of queens, we will see what Nurse is able to bring to the table with the Ranno up against the Wrastor. We got Vuetzel stepping up again. Saw a very impressive performance from him earlier. Now both of these players fighting for their lives to try to make it out of pools into the next phase of the bracket. Ranno Wrastor, I'll tell you from my experience, Lentini, this is definitely, it's a pretty even matchup, but it's one of those ones that's very frustrating for Ranno.
I can see that because he has trouble killing already, and now he's trying to kill a floaty with 18,000 jumps. So the consistency that is required to create the situations that got Nurse to a top 32 qualifier is so important.
The biggest struggle in the matchup is trying to track down the Wrastor. You have pretty good ground speed as Ranno, but you have very, very bad air acceleration. And being able to change directions to try to keep up with Wrastor, super, super difficult. Now, I will say, one of the things I've noticed firsthand is that we have not seen a lot of that style of gameplay from Vuetzel. We have seen a willingness to scrap, and that's what Ranno wants, especially since Nurse has already noticed Vuetzel not floor hugging any of these down tilts, so it has been free to just run up, sweep the leg, and then go for a combo afterwards.
That's crazy as well with how many down tilts that Nurse is already throwing out, that not like the floor hugs are just not associated with that somehow.
It's one of those things where if you're not used to doing it, it is hard to try to remember in the heat of the game to say, right, I need to be holding down at all times.
Yes, agree.
It's
one of those muscle memory things that'll like get broken out of you if you play a different platform fighter a bunch and then come back. So it can be a bit of a struggle. And right now, Vuetzel is not struggling to close out that stock, but in the grand scheme of things, the macro play, Nurse still on top.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's really been the damage output from Nurse. We talked about it earlier when we saw Vuetzel at the beginning of this block. A bit of a bookend feature for Vuetzel that the kill confirms were there, but the damage output maybe not as much, right? And that has been the problem, is keeping up with those climbing percentages that Nurse has been able to put up. Low recovery and the ramen noodles edge guard, the instant ledge grab.
Easy.
And can I just say, not free to do in this game.
No.
It is pretty difficult if you're used to seeing it in like Melee or any other game like that, right, where you can just do a wave dash back, grab the ledge. It's not that free in Rivals 2.
Agree. It's just precise enough that the skill expression of it can go a really long way in seeing where someone is comfortable and not comfortable in their neutral, especially at this level of play where not everybody has like maxed out stats and everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not going to be able to see every character and be able to adapt to every situation. And of course, obviously that goes for the player's end as well. But Nurse right now looking very solid. We do leave Ethereum Forest open for game number 2. And we talked about this earlier, right? That coast-to-coast combo game from Wrastor can be so, so scary. But I think the thought process for Nurse was, all right, let me see them, and then I'll see if I have to be afraid of it. And the answer is, yes, you do. The only reason that Nurse still has that stock is because Vuetzel just jumped off the ledge a little bit too early.
Yeah, we donated that one. Felt a little bit bad about it.
Wanted a bit more gameplay.
Like, yeah, you need this stock more than me. Ooh, okay, opportunity now for Nurse to turn it around. Look at that back here, but yeah, amazing tech. But now we get to set up that slipstream, and as soon as we do, just a little bit floaty is this character, but back and forth, tit for tat. It is 0-0, 2 stocks apiece.
Once again, no floor hug on that down tilt. And I don't want to keep pointing it out, right, because we have noted that this is a problem, but also no ability to floor hug that down tilt right there. This time it's Vuetzel's time to shine, who is finally getting that big combo game started.
Where we held down and away for dear life to get out of that one. Great awareness from Vuetzel, not scared of the stage positioning, recognizing the escape options, fighting through your jump there, and a little bit of a miscue from Vuetzel trying to go for a slipstream.
And Nurse just drifting right back to the ledge. You know, you get invincibility when you grab ledge. It's a safe place to go to when you're unsure of where to go. Now, Ranno, compared to some other characters, doesn't get to immediately reversal off the ledge as quickly, right? Because of that low air drift, right? You don't have as many options for just jumping off and doing an invincible aerial, especially if you're drifting into the stage. But nonetheless, still a safe place to go. And from there, Nurse able to mount the comeback, able to go up a stock here. And with all those poison stacks on, can easily start getting some chip up Vuetzel, but a parry evens us right back up.
You got caught swinging, that little bit of predictability. You don't see a lot of parries in Rivals, but when they do come out, they can really turn the tides, and it makes such a difference in how you have to navigate the neutral, because you've always got that on your mental stack that as soon as I get predictable, I know I'm going to get hard punished.
It's a built-in part of the game that you need to be able to mix up your options, and honestly in a way that like encourages you to play in a style that's flashier, because there's nothing cooler than putting some pressure on somebody and then suddenly landing, doing nothing, and then grabbing them.
It's so hype. It is so hype. Ooh, not able to quite close that out there, but we've got the rinse and repeat set up, and it seems like we are out of jumps short enough. Nothing Vuetzel can do there. Commentator Nurse taking game number 2.
Showing some good discipline there on the edge guard. Not trying to go for anything too strong, just having faith in that ability to lather, rinse, repeat, continually throw out those back airs, knowing that eventually, as long as you don't mess up that timing, you use that invincibility intelligently, you're not going to have any problems eventually closing out that stock against a jumpless Wrastor. So game 3, we will go right back to Aetherian Forest. I do still think that this is the right stage for Wrastor. We just need to be able to see those big combo starters.
Definitely agree on the stage, and I think that's good recognition from Vuetzel, who did do much better on this stage. The downside is that if you mess up once, it can go a lot further. But these ledge traps from Nurse, can we talk about that real quick? So good at using those aerials.
It's very scary to go off stage as Ranno against a character that has a better recovery than you do. The lingering hitboxes are nice, but you're so susceptible to getting reversaled by Wrastor off stage that generally, unless you have him out of resources or you're going to get a KO with the move that you hit him with out there, ledge trapping is the way to go. And I like that you pointed that out, Lentini, because Nurse has been very, very disciplined to just stay on stage, go for the safe stuff, and it's been working out wonders for her.
Nice and safe there, just holding shield, waiting for Vuetzel to push that shield, and outside of Slipstream, down be super exploitable, we're fine. We're big chillin' here in Cedar Rapids. Hillary Clinton's on our side right now, and it is up to Vuetzel to do something about that.
No big doinks and Amish to smoke right now, though. We have got a big F-Strong in the air right there to even the game back up. Once again, Aetherian Forest, Vuetzel's favorite place in the whole wide world.
Wait, we got Slipstream. Nope, it's gone.
I honestly, can I say, this is my favorite iteration of Slipstream in Rivals of Aether ever so far.
I am so happy you said that, because those were the next words that were going to come out of my mouth.
I really like the way that it's been implemented so far. I think it encourages interaction. It does give Wrastor the opportunity to play with it, but you have to make it count.
I'm so glad that the devs were willing to keep trying, because I think a lot of devs would have felt like, well, it's just inherent at this point. We don't want to frustrate the players by changing their character. They doubled down and they found a way, and I think that's great.
Doubled, tripled, and quadrupled down.
Yeah, it was like that.
We have faith in them to get it right because they listen, and man, right now, Vuetzel trying to listen to what Nurse is going to do next on last stock, potentially, of the tournament. This is loser's bracket to make it out of the bracket, out of pools, rather, into the top cut of the bracket. And man, nice setup right there by Vuetzel, dribbling the basketball.
Oh, that was scary.
Wow.
Nurse gets back, and that could be the spell of doom for Vuetzel, who had a chance to even up the stocks. And now Nurse is not only back on stage, but is controlling that stage. Vuetzel searching for answers, going for that up strong on the recovery. We're back to neutral yet again.
I love the way that Vuetzel is playing around on that platform, but you can't take any more solid hits right now. Getting around that forward air, but even a sweet spot back air, center stage can get real close to doing it, and Vuetzel knows it.
Spacing around those back airs, so scary. You get the weak hit, and that is going to be enough at that percent. Nurse taking it in a 3-0. Vuetzel had the idea, had so many scenarios where we saw that glimmer of hope, that chance for the edge guards against Ranno, who has a kind of predictable, kind of exploitable recovery, but Nurse was able to mix it up just enough and stayed ahead the whole time.
I think it also came down to some of the angles at that recovery, right? The higher up you are as